Hi there and welcome to Verdict 2016, where we take you through all the news that's generating across the states that are going to polls. Today, of course, a close eye on West Bengal, the third phase taking place there. We'll get you through the voting percentage and all that in a bit, but first, the headlines. Third phase of polling comes to an end in West Bengal. Heavy voter turnout is recorded in the 62 assembly constituencies, but one person is killed and 4 others injured in poll-related violence. Trinamool Congress's Abdur Razak Mullah apologizes to BJP's Rupa Ganguly for derogatory remarks against her. The Election Commission issues show cause to the TMC leader. In Tamil Nadu, 2 men die at Jayalalitha's election rally in Salem. One dies of sunstroke while the other dies due to a stampede. The DMK calls it a human rights violation and demands the Election Commission to take action. All right, first, let's get you all the news that's coming out from West Bengal. Yes, polling has come to an end in 62 constituencies in the 4 districts of West Bengal in the third phase of the assembly elections. Voters exercised their franchise in Murshidabad, Nadia, North Kolkata and Bardhaman. Now, 67.80% voting was recorded till about 3 p.m. However, one CPIM polling agent was killed and 4 other party workers were injured in Murshidabad. Here are all the details.
Polling for the crucial third of the 6th-phase West Bengal Assembly election began at 7 amid tight security, with 62 of the state's total 294 constituencies going to polls. An electorate of over 1.37 crore was eligible to exercise its franchise in 16,461 polling booths to decide the fate of 418 candidates. Security forces were strengthened with around 1 lakh security personnel, including 75,000 central forces, spread all over the state. The Election Commission identified 3,401 hamlets in the phase as vulnerable. Based on complaints received from the electorate, 6,000 voters were identified as vulnerable, after which action was taken against 4,000 troublemongers. In the third phase, a total of 418 candidates are in the fray, contesting in 62 constituencies. The Trinamool Congress has fielded candidates in all the 62 seats. The Bharatiya Janata Party is also contesting in all the 62 seats. The left is contesting in 46 seats, the Congress in 26 and the Bahujan Samaj Party in 36 seats.
हम लोग जब वोट दे देते हैं तब तो सब अच्छा से सब बात करते हैं, पर उससे पहले जो हम लोग का प्रॉब्लम है वो तो नहीं होता है पूरा। अब तक जो हम जहाँ रह रहे हैं वहाँ पर मेरा ना बत्ती है ना कुछ है।
আশা করছি বাংলার উন্নতি হোক, আমাদের এরিয়ার আগে উন্নতি হোক, বাংলার উন্নতি হোক, এটাই আমি চাইবো প্রথমে। আর এই চত্বরে আমাদের অনেক কিছু উন্নতি করার আছে, কাটিগঙ্গা আছে, কাটিগঙ্গাটা করতে পারে, রাস্তাঘাট আছে, জলের সাপ্লাই একদম ভালো নাই।
Among the prominent candidates are state ministers and Trinamool contestants Rabiranjan Chattopadhyay, Shashi Panja, Sadan Pandey, former state minister and CPIM candidates Anisur Rahman, Debesh Das, Congress legislature party leader Mohammad Shorab and former state party president Sumen Mitra and Ritesh Tiwari from the BJP.
I'm fully hopeful.
Fully hopeful?
Yeah.
And
And I do believe this alliance will overthrow this ruling government.
ओवरऑल चुनाव अभी तक ठीक चल रहा है और मैं जोरासको का कैंडिडेट के नाते जोरासको में घूम रहा हूँ। अभी तक कोई ऐसे गड़बड़ का कोई निशानी तो मेरे को नहीं दिखाई दिया।
With the third phase of polling coming to an end, the focus now shifts to the fourth phase of polling on the 25th of April. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha Television.
All right, to take us through the significance of this particular phase, we've got in studio this evening Aditi Fadnis, political editor with Business Standard, joining us. Aditi, talking about just 68% of the voting percentage, a good enough turnout for this particular phase?
It would have been better if it had been more.
Yeah, because the earlier ones, we did see them reaching about 80.
Yeah, above 80 and 90
Yeah,
also.
exactly.
But I'm not sure what the previous year's turnout was. So there's no way of comparing.
Yes.
But on the whole, the election was the biggest chunk. So 62 seats went to the polls today. And in that, Farakka, Murshidabad and some other areas which are predominantly Muslim, were also went to the polls. So these are all very interesting places, and Farakka, for instance, is on the border with Bangladesh. There are other constituencies which are also on the border. So we have to see what kind of issues were raised. Some very important people also contested the election in this phase. So Shomen Mitra is a very, very important person because he's a kind of a radical in the Congress. And Anisul Rahman and others also are quite important.
Yeah.
So this is quite a significant election, and with this phase, I think more than half the election is now over.
Pretty much done with at the moment. Okay, the fate, of course, sealed there. We'll continue talking, of course, of West Bengal, but let's just take through our viewers of what eventually happened today. Apart from the voting, of course, one person was killed, 4 others injured in various incidents of poll-related violence in the state. The body of a CPIM polling agent, Tahidul Islam, was found lying outside a polling booth in Murshidabad district in the early hours of the day. The killing of a CPIM polling agent kicked off this blame game now between the CPIM and the TMC, with the left party alleging that TMC had unleashed a reign of terror. The police, however, said that the murder was not related to polls. Meanwhile, in Bardwan district, 4 persons were injured in polling booths near the Ketugram Assembly constituency. 4 persons were arrested in this connection. And of course, third phase done, but then we're looking forward to the other phases too. And Prime Minister Narendra Modi today addressed election rallies in Howrah district and Basirhat South in North 24 Parganas. Addressing a rally in Basirhat, Modi blamed the Mamata Banerjee-led TMC government, saying that she had neglected development in the state. The Prime Minister also claimed that even though the BJP in fact has just one MLA at present in the state, the TMC still does not have the right to question them, and also asked what has the TMC government done for the state.
5 साल इस अमावस्या की काली रात को आपने झेला है। अगर आपको पश्चिम बंगाल में विकास का सूरज लाना है तो कमल खिलाने के बिना कोई चारा नहीं मेरे भाइयों बहनों, कमल खिलाने के बिना कोई चारा नहीं।
All right, so looking forward, of course, to the next few phases, Aditi, what is going to be the crucial point right now? Because we do know the Congress's strategy at this point, even the left strategy, is that you give a vote to Mamata, it's the same as giving a vote to Modi, or vice versa. Do you think this is going to eat into the votes? Do you think that's going to cause, is it just,
We are now in such a complex situation that it's really hard to say who's eating whose votes.
Yes.
The Congress and the left parties are supposedly in alliance.
Yeah.
In some places they are, in some places they aren't. In some places they're helping their candidates win, in other places they're killing their candidates. So it's really hard to say what kind of outcome will result out of this poll. But there are 2 more phases this week, this coming week.
Yes.
One on Monday and the other one on next Saturday. So those are also very important, partly because after the first phase or after the second phase, this is going to be the largest complement of seats in Kolkata.
Okay.
Kolkata is has seen a lot of setbacks. The last was the collapse of that bridge.
Yes.
Before that, there were a number of other disasters, and they are going to, pass a verdict. Then there was that sting operation.
Yes.
In which some Calcutta legislators, including MPs and MLAs, were seen on camera taking money for asking questions. So these are all complex issues,
and these are issues which perhaps may not be as important in the rural areas, but in a place like Kolkata,
urban
these
areas,
definitely and women's issues, security, all these issues actually do play a role in them, how to decide that vote.
In places like Baliganj and Toliganj, they are very important, and all those areas will be going for the election, including Damdam, from where Mr. Shogato Roy is seen to have been taking money.
Okay.
So Jadavpur is also going to the polls in this coming phase.
Yeah.
So Jadavpur is also very important because it's such an important student hub. It is Mamata Banerjee's own constituency for many years, from where she defeated Somnath Chatterjee. The Vice Chancellor of Jadavpur University was recently, quote unquote, removed
Yes.
by the central government. So there are a lot of issues here, and we have to see what happens in these two phases.
But now that you yourself have said 3 phases down, we're pretty much done with half of the elections, a big chunk obviously done with. What's the kind of sense that you're getting, the anti-incumbency wave? Is it actually going to affect Mamata? Or do you feel that, most people are just still very angry with the left, still very dissatisfied with what the left did for the past 35 years, and perhaps going to give Mamata another chance?
Conventional wisdom says that while Mamata continues to be popular, especially in rural areas, in urban areas, people are quite unhappy with her. Does that mean that those votes will then go to the left of the Congress? Hard to say. Does that mean that the BJP is becoming more powerful? I doubt it. So the conventional wisdom is that Mamata Banerjee and the Trinamool Congress will get seats, but the number of the seats they get may come down. Now, how much that will come down?
Yes.
Will it come down so much that they are not able to form a government?
Yeah.
All these questions can only be answered when the entire poll is over.
Absolutely. And of course, we'll be having you, of course, to take us through the significance and the implications really of what eventually takes place in West Bengal and other states as well, that we'll keep an eye out for after this quick break. Aditi, thanks so much for joining us. Up ahead, of course, talking about the TMC, its leader Abdur Razak Mullah apologized to BJP candidate Rupa Ganguly. We'll get you details of that story in a bit. Stay with us. Thank you.
The sacred relics of Buddha were unearthed in Piprava in Uttar Pradesh. Buddhist monks from all over the world visit the National Museum to pay their respects. These charred bone fragments of Buddha are housed in the gold canopy gifted by the royal family of Thailand.
Welcome back. Let's get you more news coming out from West Bengal. The Election Commission has slapped a show cause notice on Trinamool Congress leader Abdur Razak Mullah for allegedly using derogatory language against a BJP candidate in West Bengal. He later apologized for his remarks. Here's a report.
A senior Trinamool Congress leader, Abdur Razak Mullah, who made a series of derogatory statements against actor-turned-politician Rupa Ganguly at an election rally on Wednesday, has apologized for the remarks.
Rupa Ganguly, I am really sorry for making any remark for her personal life. I am repented. I unconditionally I begged apology to her and to the people of West Bengal.
During a rally in West Bengal undergoing a 6-phase assembly election, Mullah said he knew the length of the cigarettes Ganguly smokes and that she really is Draupadi. Rupa Ganguly is known for her role as Draupadi in B.R. Chopra's television serial Mahabharat. She is contesting on a BJP ticket in the West Bengal polls from Howrah.
Nobody should pass any comment, derogatory comment against any women. That is not the Indian culture. And if he did all this, then that is his changing, remaining with the TMC.
The apology from Mullah came after the Election Commission issued a show-cause notice against him for the statements. Ganguly, an award-winning actor, had joined the Bharatiya Janata Party in 2015. She, however, refused to comment on Mullah's apology.
भारतीय जनता पार्टी के सारे लीडर जो निर्णय लेंगे वो लेंगे. हमको ये सब इनका डायलॉग, उनका बाजी, बेकार सी बातें, कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता. हमारे पास इतना वक्त जाया करने के लिए वक्त नहीं है.
Molla has been fielded by the TMC from Bhangar Assembly constituency in South 24 Parganas district. He had been issued a similar notice earlier too and even issued a censure by the poll panel for violating the Model Code of Conduct. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha Television.
And now let's get you all the latest from Tamil Nadu. Two men who attended Chief Minister and AIADMK Chief J. Jayalalitha's election meeting in Salem on Wednesday died. Police identified the deceased as 55-year-old Pachianan and 65-year-old Periyasamy. In fact, Pachianan died of sunstroke while Periyasamy died due to a stampede. A similar incident had taken place at another run of Jaya's rallies in Kadalur earlier this month. Meanwhile, the DMK has called the deaths a human rights violation and demanded the Election Commission to take action against the AIADMK. The Dravidian party also said that they would file a case in the matter.
Nothing but human rights violation. I don't know how the Election Commission is allowing this. We are going to take it to the matter to the human rights bodies and to the High Court of Chennai, Madras. We are planning to file a suit against this. This party has no authority to make people suffer and kill people.
Well, our correspondent Kriti Mishra has been tracking all these developments across Tamil Nadu, joining us now from Erode. Kriti, clearly, such news when it comes in, apart from, of course, what the DMK is using against the AIADMK, this is, of course, adding more fuel to the DMK's, strategy against Jayalalitha.
Well, exactly, Tracy. The temperature is soaring, so is the election heat. So these two AIADMK members, they collapsed yesterday, of course, and when they were rushed to the hospital, they were declared dead. Now, of course, this has triggered spark with the opposition upping the ante against Jayalalitha. In fact, DMK leader Stalin has lashed out at Jayalalitha and said that she only conducts her rallies in the afternoon because her chopper cannot land in the evening. So, of course, these two AIADMK members died of exhaustion. There were reports that there were around 1 lakh people in that rally that day, and reports are there that there were no proper arrangements of water or ambulance. So, of course, a war of words has, of course, ensued now. Over to you, Tracy.
All right, Kriti, we'll leave it there for the moment. In fact, some opinions coming in after this incident is that perhaps elections should always be held during the winter time, considering the kind of temperatures that we are seeing across the country during summer. Meanwhile, the AIADMK is going all out to promote its achievements on social media. The party has been giving its cadres special training to spread party success on social media platforms to lure the young and new voters. Opposition parties, however, are calling it a gimmick.
Special training is being given to AIADMK party workers at the party's Coimbatore office. They are being taught how to promote the party's accomplishments on social media platforms. The party's website has also been revamped where the accomplishments of the government are explained in detail.
A free laptop scheme, free mixie grinders, and then around 4 lakh to 5 lakh people are employed in the government sector for the past 5 years. And also we have eradicated the family rule in Tamil Nadu. We are going to campaign for Amma in various aspects. One with respect to the public sector, how we have provided the roads. I think Tamil Nadu is one of the best in this country.
Coimbatore is a stronghold of the AIADMK. In the 2011 assembly elections, the party managed to secure 8 out of the 10 seats in the district. The DMK won Sulur assembly seat while Valparai went to the left. The AIADMK also won the Coimbatore, Puducherry and Nilgiri Lok Sabha seats of this district. Party workers are hopeful that the party will do better than the last elections this time around.
Food, Amma Unavakam, that's a main top-coming thing now, talking around all over the world actually. Other country peoples also willing to establish our plan in their own countries. For graduation, she's providing an amount, and 8 grams she's providing. And also for every student's laptops. So for educational purpose, she's giving us more opportunities.
The BJP's Tamil Nadu State Unit's Vice President Vandati Srinivasan is also in the fray, trying her luck in the district. She has called the AIADMK social media promotion a propaganda.
Coimbatore city, roads are very bad condition, drainage are very worst condition, water distribution is very worst, electricity is very worst. Our small scale and total industries are very suffering here because of short electricity power. Ruling party, no concentration to Coimbatore last 5 years.
The CPIM and DMK have joined the BJP in describing the AIDMK's promotion on social media propaganda as well. However, it remains to be seen what kind of an impact this promotion on social media is going to have on the final outcome of the polls. From Coimbatore with camera person Junaid Iqbal, Sanjay Kumar for Rajya Sabha Television.
Meanwhile, the silk industry in Kanchipuram is facing a huge challenge, mainly from mass-produced palm products and cheap silk products dumped by China. The industry is hoping to extract some electoral promises during these elections, but so far not many parties have shown much inclination to help.
The home of the Kanjivaram sari, South India's answer to the Banarsi silk saris of North India. With prices ranging from 1,000 rupees to 1.5 lakh each, Kanjivaram saris are treasured for their own unique charm and style.
My mother is coming from past 35 years for purchasing saris and all. Here only we are coming from Tanuku, West Godavari district, Andhra Pradesh.
Famous for centuries as Kanjivaram, today the place is known as Kanchipuram. The sari making tradition is handed down for generations. Silk, yarn, silver and gold zari all go into knitting the saris on handloom devices.
The saris are very historical saris. This is all own manufacturing by man. It is not a powerloom saris, hand making saris. Nowadays the powerloom has coming and demanding the Kanjivaram saris. But the old mans and the old culture peoples are also nowadays they are working hard to establish the saris in the world.
The border and the pallav are woven separately with the body of the sari with the technique known as korvai. A lot of skill goes into creating a Kanjipuram sari that stands out for knotting and interlocking techniques. All of this is under threat.
The foreign countries coming and they are taking the labors from our Kanjipuram. This is old historical manufacturing, but it is going down, very down. The peoples, they are making the peoples to come that factories, and for their own purpose, they are exporting that, they are taking our wealth.
Interestingly, unlike other states that complain of outsiders taking away their jobs, here in Kanchipuram, the sari makers are actually grateful to the workers who come from states like Bihar, UP and Madhya Pradesh. If they do have complaints, it is with their own state government that is falling short in providing subsidy for raw materials.
The sari price is very high. If we are producing the original silk saris, then it will cost more. The people, the middle class families will not be afford to buy.
Enticed by the demand for Kanjivaram saris, China recently jumped into the market. It dumped its own cheap artificial silk that cut into the sales of the domestic industry. Among the political parties, the DMK is wooing the community by ear-making spacing in all its poll manifesto. Besides shops for silk weavers, the party has announced it will set up silk parks. The AIADMK, however, has been silent. Akhilesh Suman's report for Rajya Sabha TV.
And that's all we have for you today on Verdict 2016. Thanks so much for joining us.